Hi everyone, hi builders and creators. Today I walk you through the creation, or better said import, of Minecraft maps into Magic Realms and then bring them over to Hytopia. So let's get started. We open any browser of our choice and go to realms.magicpalette.io. This is where you can find our map creation tool, Magic Realms. It is directly accessible. There's no login needed. It's completely free. So let's get started. You will be greeted by this initial prefab map here. This is just for you to try out some tools and all that. As you can see, you can edit directly here and also assign blocks. On the left hand side in the sidebar you see all the available blocks. We will get into this in a second. So for now and for today, we start with a Minecraft map that we want to make compatible with the Hytopia Builder. We load, or we can load various formats like schematics, Shem, Lightmatics, PB from Axiom, and a few more exotic ones. But basically every Minecraft format or build save that you can get or save on your own in Minecraft, you can import into Magic Realms. We do this by going to File, Open File. We have, for example, here a small collection of cool maps that we can work with. Let's use what sounds great, Wilderness maybe. Let's see what this gets us. It usually smaller maps load pretty fast, larger maps use a bit more time. Now, as you can see, it's already loaded. This has the center area here, and as you also can see, the Magic Realms assigns blocks based on the colors that these voxels or blocks have in the original file. You can check this by going here and remove the texturing. Takes a second. And as you can see, you now have a map that is purely, oh, there's a deer, nice. That's cool. So this often helps to see the intended color. Of course, in Minecraft these are also how do you say, textured blocks already, so we need to consider this. Often it makes a lot of sense to have a reference image or the build side by side, so you can assign the blocks in best intentions. But of course you can also reskin the whole map. So let's put on texture mode again. This is here under settings, and then this first icon here. As you can see, Magic Realms auto assigns blocks, and not always the perfect ones. It just uses the closest color as indicator. So for now, we probably, as we can see, mainly some blocks are nice. For example, these clouds. Then these mushrooms could use some improvement, so we want to have them red and white pure and not with these shaded bloody blocks here. So that's kind of the process that we go through now to make it look nice and stylish and not like a very chaotic type of deal. We can assign blocks directly with the selection tool. That's the first tool here in the bottom bar. And then by selecting the block type or the area that we want to affect, for example, now we have the red here chosen, or this gray one, we can now choose here in the left sidebar which block we want to choose to replace it with. Since we are going to do a Hytopia map, we can use the native Hytopia blocks. We have them at the very bottom currently available. These are the blocks that are also accessible in the Hytopia World Builder. Of course, this is not restricted to these. You can use any blocks. You can even use plain or flat color mode blocks, or we have a set that is pretty Minecrafty. Kind of, it's our own texture pack, but it reflects the basic Minecraft blocks. But for today, we want to work with the Hytopia blocks. These are at the very bottom, as I said. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I mean, there is even this mushroom block, as I remember. And as you can see, I just click the area that, or the block type that I want to have affected with the block swap. And then I reassign new blocks here. It depends a bit on what we want to achieve here. I think it makes sense. It maybe even makes sense to use different shades of red here to make it look nice. This black one would be cool. I mean, we don't have that many options here, so always feel free also to use any other colors or blocks, of course. But that's basically the underlying process. I select a type of block, and you can see it also here in the right side, color palette sidebar. This is the spot where this green is assigned, or the brown, how do you say, planks here, the wooden planks. And then now I want to swap them into a bit more friendlier type of deal. So let's see if we can use the Hytopia grass blocks. If this all makes sense. Yeah, this comes together nicely. So we use these. Then for the cliffs, as you can see, it's a huge volume of stone cliffs. So let's see what we could use here. We have something like this maybe, and in the underground even something darker. No, this is a bit weird on repetition. Maybe we even go very dark. Yes, yes. Kind of like it. And we have these huge flowers, or yeah, I'm not sure. Almost alien plants. But let's also see that we have some greens here. Maybe what could we use here? That's a grass block actually. I'm not very familiar with the block collection here, but let's assign what we see here. I'll make it darker. Maybe even some crystals, some ores. Not sure if this fits, but yeah, why not? Then we have these flowers, and especially these trees still look very, how to say, the auto assignment used a weird block here, so we definitely want to have some foliage here, tree foliage, and we actually will, or working actively on making this work even better with the native Hytopia blocks directly. We are working on a model, on a initial model, so when you load the shem or schematic file, that you can choose which range of block you want to have as auto assignment set, and then it only picks from these. So you could choose Hytopia, or you could choose flat color blocks, as you can see here, or the Minecraft styled one, or our natural blocks. As you can see here, we have tons of different materials available for you to work with, and we want to improve on this. So stay tuned, and we will update Magic Realms constantly to make your lives easier. Now we still have a few weird blocks here. Let's go back to the Hytopia ones. Let's use some dirt. Not sure, this is wood. Here we have some other. Then a few more cobblestones or whatever it is. As you can see, things shape up nicely. It's for sure not perfect yet, and it takes a bit of time. Sometimes it has some weird selections still, like these here, so we want to swap them and all that. Also, I don't like this here, so I go back to stone. Maybe here we have some wood, or planks would be better. Let's see, do we have, yeah, we have some planks. Okay, cool. So that's the center yet for the mining game. Yeah, let's zoom out. As you can see, we still have some weird spots. For example, this one should become grass, or maybe even more like a foliage type of deal, some bushes. And yeah, we get closer and closer to, we have some pumpkins up here. I just swapped them, and some lava. So let's see that we replace these. Actually, I really like these ones, the orange. Oh, which block is this? Ruby. Okay, cool. I also have this one available, and yeah, that's basically the process. As you can see, the flowers look neat now. We have these terrain chunks that are also looking pretty nice. And yeah, I mean, we can already export at this stage. I think it's good enough to give it a whirl and a test. Oh yeah, maybe I see something that we would love to change. So for the deers, you have these antlers. Sorry, maybe we better go with wood, something like this. There's even a bird up here that is now a bit wild with the mushroom blocks. Maybe we go back again to another red. Cool. Yeah, so that's basically the process of assigning blocks one by one. Not one by one, it's always one type of block, and it swaps on the whole map that you have loaded. So if you want to go individually and more granular, you would need to use the paint tools here and all that, but I won't go into details here and explain the tools for now. But there's yeah, you even as I did show before, you can directly edit in the map itself, and even delete stuff and all that if you don't like. You can copy, you can work with layers, you even can load assets already. But for now we keep it block based. This is our map. Looks decent. I would say we go from here and export this as Hytopia file. So we have on the top bar, we have export, and then we have various options for you. You can send it to the sandbox, to your sandbox workspace. You save it as voxel file. This is plain color voxel mode, of course. Then you can also save it as GLB or OBJ for exporting into other platforms, even like Fortnite or any other Nifty Island. Yeah, there's tons of options here. We go with Hytopia map today. It creates you, it should create you a zip. This takes a few seconds, and as you can see, we now have a zip. Let's open this up. Let me see, I can extract it real quick. We don't need to extract it because the Hytopia Builder does load the zip, if I remember correctly. We can check this in a second. But you basically have the map as JSON file, and then the blocks that are used in your map directly. And we are also working on optimizing these. Right now they use the 6 surfaces of each block, but we will adjust this to for the simple blocks that they only use one texture, which is a further optimization. For now, this still works perfectly fine. We now can see that we load this into Hytopia. Let's see. Build.hytopia.com is the Hytopia editor. So I would say we create a new one. I'm not sure if I can load here. New folder. Let's create a new one. Test map. So we create an empty map. As we can see, we have nothing loaded yet. You can go through this import export map on the bottom bar, this cloud icon, and then import. Let's see if we can find it. It should be, I'm not sure if it's the zip. I think it's the zip that we need to load, yeah. So it now fetches the data and generates the map itself. Usually takes a while, but it should come through. As said, we will try to optimize further and make it even more lightweight. But in general, all is there. You have your map defined in the JSON file, and then you also have all the needed blocks that you have assigned in Magic Realms. They get delivered to your zip file directly. These blocks will be imported here on the custom block. I will show you these in a second once it has loaded. And yeah, let's see if this comes through. It should. In the meanwhile, you always can edit and iterate, of course, on your map directly, and also save this one as project here. I usually like to save my project. It gets your realm file. It also saves you the project kind of in your cache. This means next time when you open Magic Realm, in the splash screen you will have the map available to work with again. Pretty cool mining map. The other ones, in the meanwhile, let's see if we have progress. No, still loading, but let's load another one. In the meanwhile, we have a lot of these here. Let's see what we get. Load the kingdoms. Oh, cool. This has some temples, it seems. Pretty nice. The wood is not very nice. It's picked a weird selection here. So it definitely... Oh, I'm in delete mode, so I want to assign new wood branches here. And as you can see, already with a few clicks, I get much better result and better looking maps, since it's only a few blocks that are off. Here it's the same. As you can see, this looks already pretty neat, especially from far. But of course, still a few odd blocks here and there and all that. This comes all down to preferences and how close you want to be with the Minecraft version. That of course, I mean, I can show you this here. Instead of using Hytopia blocks, we can also, let me scroll up. Where are they? Yeah, here for example, we have bookshelf and all that. So a lot of the native Minecraft blocks, but they are our own texture pack. So these are not copyrighted. They have their own texturing. They lean towards existing Minecraft blocks, as you can see, but it's not the vanilla Minecraft texture. So you can publish this wherever you want and use wherever you need it. Oh, I just did select a liquid one, so don't be scared. If you have a liquid block, it is indicated with this shader here. So this is cool, but of course not very suitable here. But as you can see, you can really play around, find your style, find the look and feel that you want to get for your map, and once you're happy, you export and use it on the platform of your choice. Let's see if we're making progress. It's processing Terran chunks. I'm not sure why it takes so long, but maybe it's because we didn't let it run directly, but at least we are at 90%. And here we are. It looks good. Let me always a bit. What is descending? Yeah, here. So let's zoom in. We have a few blocks that look a bit darker here in Hytopia, but still, as you can see, all the blocks are here, all the textures are here, and you can basically start placing or whatever you want to. Also work with assets now and all that, and create your game based on the map. This is ready to publish basically already, and add game logics and all that. And if you ever want to swap the scene, for example, make it snowy and icy, this is a no-brainer. You just go over, hop onto Magic Realms again, load your map, and assign, let's say, we can search here, ice. We have tons of ice and snow and all that. So as you can see, with a few clicks, you can make the whole scene look snowy. Of course, these branches depends a bit, but you can also turn them into ice. Oh, I think I did choose a water block. Yeah. These are water blocks, but this is ice. And as you can see, you can swap the look and feel of your map very fast with just a few clicks, and then publish again. Use even the same map, but reskinned for seasonal events and all that. And we highly encourage you to play around here, and of course use all the other tools of Magic Realms. We have quite powerful AI generation and all that, but this is purely about importing schematics, lightmatics, or BP, and then bring them over to Hytopia. Hit us up in Discord if there are any questions on the workflow or if you run into any issues, and see you next time.